Live from DTV Studios, this is DTV News, DHS's news source.
Good morning, Davison. Today is Tuesday, the 1st of May, 2007.
I'm Courtney Dahl here with Jamie Shipley, and now it's time for your high school report. There's a SAD meeting after school today at 3 p.m. in Mrs. Martin's room. All student council members must attend a meeting this Wednesday at 8:30 a.m. in Miss Kelsey's room, and in more meeting announcements, co-op students will meet tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. in the quad. Attention all NHS members. There's a mandatory meeting this Wednesday, May 2nd at 8:45 in the auditorium. Senior, juniors, and sophomores are required to attend this meeting as we will be discussing NHS farewell and new officers for next year. Hope to see all of you there.
In the cafeteria, students are allowed to charge a maximum of 2 lunches. This is a courtesy that is given to students and should be repaid promptly. All lunch debts are listed on report cards. Students may check their balances and repay any debts at any cash register. Skill Center has a half day on Wednesday. Only first session Skill Center students will attend classes there. Second and third session will be attending their regular schedule here at DHS. Underclassmen volunteers are needed to work at Senior Honors Night and graduation. Please sign up in the principal's office. It is musical time yet again at DHS, but there is a lot more that goes on into the little production to make it happen. DTV has more on the Cinderella musical.
Past 47 years, Davison High School Varsity Choir has been putting on a Broadway-style musical in the springtime. But what is the process into choosing the musical?
I usually choose seniors for the lead parts, and so I have to look and see who my seniors are. And then I kind of look to see if I have more girls or more boys and what their talent is, what their voice style is. And then, for example, this year we had a lot of senior girls, so I needed to choose a musical that had a lot of girl parts in it.
Once the musical is announced, the students audition for roles in the musical. But it is not always as easy as it seems to choose parts.
It's very difficult, but I like it that way because if I have 2 or 3 people that could play each part, then we end up with a much stronger cast. I love going into auditions not knowing for sure who's going to get the part. I like to watch the auditions and really see sides of students sometimes that I don't see in the classroom, and then I choose the part mostly based on, number one, is their ability to sing and read well and act well, and then their own personality plays a big part in it.
Mrs. Kennedy is the director, but she doesn't do it alone. She has a student director to help along.
When the characters aren't here, we write down their blocking for them, and we work with them, and we just oversee the entire production.
The varsity choir cannot put on the musical alone. They also perform alongside the DHS Pit Orchestra under the direction of Mr. Schuster. So this spring, come out and support the DHS Varsity Choir and Pit Orchestra as they proudly present Cinderella.
The Prom Hallway Committee is in need of picture frames in various sizes. Please contact Kelsey Cross and Mr. Blake Smith if you have any to donate. If you would like these frames returned, please put your name and phone number on the back. The sign up for driver's education, segment 1, is coming to a close. If you need to take this summer session, come to the main office and pick up a form to enroll. If you have already taken the first segment and need to take the second segment, come to the main office and get an enrollment form so you can be placed in a class. Come in by May 9th or you'll have to wait till next fall. Don't get stuck hitching a ride with your friends this summer. Do you sing, dance, or play a musical instrument or have other unique entertaining talents? If so, now you have a chance to put that talent on display at the Davison High School Talent Show. Tryouts for the talent show will be held Monday, May 7th at 3 p.m. in the auditorium. If you are interested in performing, please pick up an application from Mrs. Kennedy in the choir room or Mr. Belpre in room 257. Any NHS member who has been removed this year from the organization for whatever reason has one opportunity to appeal this decision. The NHS Appeal Board will meet Monday, May 7th after school in Mrs. Elder's room. Prior to the meeting, you must have an appeal from Mrs. Elder's room completed and return to Mrs. Elder as soon as possible. If you have any questions, see McBaker or Mrs. Elder. Dance guest forms are available in the main office. The completed forms must be returned no later than Friday, May 11th. Don't wait until the last minute to get your form completed. In part 2 of our graduation requirement series, we look into the reaction from DHS students. DTV's Melissa Harris is again in Mr. Bazel's room with the story.
Thanks, Courtney. I caught up with a couple of students to get their opinions on the new requirements arriving in DHS.
I think that it's going to be more of a pain for us, but I know in the longer run, it'll be a lot better for us to figure out what we want to do.
Alicia's on board.
The more deeper we get into like math and science and all of that, the bigger variety we have to go and find a good career.
But not everyone is so optimistic. Kaylee Vanest, a freshman here at Davison, says kids will miss the electives.
Electives are more fun.
To her, going to extra classes doesn't necessarily mean deciding on a career.
Some kids already know what their career is going to be, and they don't want to take something that they might not use.
So what kind of classes are proposed in here to help us with a future out there?
According to the Michigan Merit Standards, there has to be 3 credits in social studies, 3 credits in science, 4 credits in mathematics, 4 credits in English, 1 credit in health and physical education, 1 in visual performing and applied arts, and 20 hours of online learning experience. For now, things won't change much, but this time next year, we could see a whole new Davison. And while not all students agree on the reason behind the change, most can see the benefits.
The deeper we get into math and science and everything, the easier it'll be to find a career.
I think some of the students are going to like them a little bit because it's going to help them with what they're going to do after high school, like college or a job.
Melissa Harris, DTV News.
And one of the things administration is looking into is moving Earth Science to the 8th grade and also trying to give math credit in middle school. Now back to the girls with the rest of your news.
Thanks, Melissa. Now let's get ready for some exciting athletic highlights.
That's right, Jamie. It's Emily Burwell on the sports desk in today's DTV Sports.
Good morning, Davison. I'm Emily Burrow with today's edition of your DTV Sports. The lacrosse team was playing a tough match against the distant Ann Arbor High School last night. The final score would be an amazing 11-1. A great job to Jay Lenz, Zach Gould, and Mike Krieger for their hard work. Last night was only the start of a season that is looking pretty nice for the Cardinals of lacrosse, but the team started the season off holding a few less cards in their